Three tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. Right to the air is Burrow. Open receiver, that's Hayden Hurst, the tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down.
Well, normally you see three tight ends in a formation. You have to think to yourself, this has got to be a run. And I know as a safety, when I saw that, I took an extra step or two towards the line of scrimmage. Instead, they threw the ball, and he found one of those tight ends for a very nice pickup.
A first carry here for Joe Mixon. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. The Bengals at 5-7 now on the year. And they come in losers of 2 straight, so trying to turn things around here.
And you just mentioned 2 straight, and when you're talking about 2 games, that's nothing to panic about. They feel like they've been a little bit unlucky in the last couple. This is a club that's more than capable of turning things around, and I expect them to play really well here.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. In motion comes the tight end left. From just shy of midfield, Burrow. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Well, this defense for the Browns, they were fantastic a week ago in that win over Houston.
This defense certainly has a lot to be proud of coming off of last week's game, because when you only give up 14 points in a contest, you give your team a great chance to win. The best defense in the league is usually going to average giving up 18, 19 points a game. So to be under that, a terrific achievement.
They'll need the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down.
11 MT.
Mixon on the toss right. And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38. 10 yards there on a Bengal first.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
A first carry for Samaje Perine, and he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up. These two teams, you might recall, met back in mid-season, week 8 to be exact. And it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Here we go.
Here's Burrow. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Myles Garrett in there to get him. It's a loss of 5. And that sack certainly just strengthening his candidacy for Defensive Player of the Year. You think he's got that one in the bag yet?
I'm not willing to vote quite yet just because I want to wait until the season's over. But he is really tracking towards it. Just look at all the great plays we've seen from him throughout the season. Strength plays that you referenced there, as well as agility plays.
Yeah.
They just have not found a way to block him consistently.
On 3rd down, Mixon. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 7 yards on the carry there, but now they're staring at 4th down. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, it makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
And this is off the left upright. And it comes back. It's no good. And this will remain a scoreless game. So plenty of leg, but it's the accuracy there that lets him down.
Yeah, he hit it really well. I think this might have been good from 55. But you'll see it just conk off that upright. And they're denied a chance at 3 points.
They try the 50-yarder and miss it, and now this offense has it 1st and 10 at the 40. Here's Watson. Being chased out left. Man open, that's Anthony Schwartz. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and it'll be second in a couple. First carry for Nick Chubb. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside, and so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
Watson on first down. This taken in by Jakeem Grant. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll run for the first time with Kareem Hunt. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
They suspected that it was a power play up the middle coming at them. And boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Faking the give. Now Watson. And he'll get this one to Cooper, complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Amari Cooper with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Browns get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point by York is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bengals drive about to get going. And they were in field goal range last time out but couldn't connect.
And it's early in the game, so I don't think that the confidence just goes entirely out of, running your kicker back out there. But let's face it, some coaches have a little bit less patience for that than others. Let's see if they call the game differently now in terms of what they do on drives and not try and settle for field goals.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. That one good for 15, and the Bengals get a first down. Boy, an effective play there, getting their wideouts involved in the run game.
And what they're always hoping on that type of a play, that they can get to the end of the line and have a chance to turn it upfield as he did there. That means they controlled the blocking and took care of the defensive end or the outside linebacker to give him that lane.
And I guess I need to clarify, I said getting their wideouts involved in the run game, but of course that was actually a pass as he popped it forward.
Here we go. 180. Plays hot. 11. Check 3.
Give him 10 yards on the keeper, and it'll lead to a second down. Burrow going to give this to Mixon.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. And they'll go jet sweep to try to pick it up. And he's got the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 49. Well, we've seen running backs in today's NFL get involved in the passing game. Maybe it's about time more receivers like that get involved in the running game.
And that is something we are seeing more and more in this league, no question about it. That wasn't the biggest of gains, but it was enough to get them a first down. And it continues to test the defense. They have to think on every play about who might end up with the ball.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. 11, 11, 11. Screen. 11, Thomas. Mike, 54. Mike.
Now it's Burrow. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Big Ndamukong Suh, one of the league's best for a long time, getting a sack there. Well, you don't usually get a sack from a nose tackle spot, but we got one there.
No, we don't, and a lot of the times in passing situations, they end up off the field anyway. So how happy was he to work his way back to the quarterback and put him on the ground? He's going to end up with a nickname after something like that, some Big Jelly or something like that.
After 7-0 on EA Sports. Eighth play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on 3rd down.
11, Thomas. Hey, one set. Check, Mike, 54. 12.
Now it's Burrow.
Check, watch 54.
Open man, it's complete to Higgins. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 33. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first.
That's a pretty good throw on the curl route there. 3rd down, and they pick up a first.
Defense should be aware for that, right?
They should be aware, but it was so hard sometimes.
Yeah, it's not easy.
Because when they sell that route really well, you think they're going upfield, then they curl back, show their numbers to the quarterback, and complete the play.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They stay on the ground. This time it's Williams. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
This offense 2 for 2 on 3rd downs on this drive. They're in for a tough test here, though. 3rd and long. Burrow will throw. Eluding the pressure right. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Completion good for 14 yards. And it'll be 4th down. They'll run with Mixon. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. So this drive going to continue following the conversion on 4th. Here's 1st and 10. 11. Again, it's Mixon. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Burrow looking to pass. And it's out. He put it on the carpet. And this is going to kick out of bounds. Boy, a fortunate bounce or two there. They'll keep possession back inside the 10-yard line. Thankfully for the offense, a fortuitous bounce there on the fumble goes out of bounds because they're down here in the red zone. You don't want to lose one there.
You don't want to lose one. And the best part, because it went out of bounds, they retain possession, still have an opportunity to put points on the board.
A gain of 9 there. Sets up 2nd and goal.
And good yardage there on 1st down because sometimes all you need to do on the screen is get one key block. That might set your man free, and that was pretty good pursuit to the football defensively, or it could have gone for more.
Pirine is into the end zone for a Bengal touchdown. Well, nothing fancy there, Charles. You had 3 tight ends on the field. They were going to run the football. The defense knew it, but the defense couldn't stop them.
And I haven't met an offensive line yet that doesn't get more satisfaction out of running the football into the end zone than pass protecting. They had determination on their side, and they got it done.
So I'll leave it at 7 now as they kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. To throw is Watson. He finds his man, complete. It's Grant. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
They'll run with Hunt on 2nd down. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the 1st down.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On 1st down, it's Watson. He finds his man, complete. It's Grant. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. 22 yards on the catch and run, a 1st down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And the tackle there by Jermaine Pratt. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now we'll play fake, and it's Watson. They'll roll him out right. And that is taken in by Njoku. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. Watson to Njoku there for the Cleveland first.
And how nice is it for him to know that when he gets outside the pocket, he's got a reliable tight end he can go to. So he's able to look his way, find his big target, and set up 1st and goal.
They'll run with Chubb. And he'll get it down close to the goal line, but not quite in. Give him 3 on the gain there, 2nd and goal.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone, trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
2nd and goal from the 1. They'll try again with Chubb. And he takes this one in for a Brown score. Nick Chubb, that's his 19th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Browns have taken the lead. Extra point by York is up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Meanwhile, Burrow's throw here on target to Hurst. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. Again, that's Hurst. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first?
Oftentimes now, offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the...
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah. And the Browns are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. And, Charles, that's now 4 interceptions over his last 3 halves of football because, remember, he threw 3 picks last week.
Starting to wonder if maybe defenses and those coordinators have identified something on tape with what he's doing. Maybe a movement, maybe the way he's moving his shoulders. Who knows what it could be? He could have a few tells out there that they're keying in on and allowing defenses to get to the football a little bit faster. People steal signals. Maybe sometimes they can figure out what the quarterback's doing just by his movements.
After the interception, here's Watson. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked by Logan Wilson. Well, Charles, you know, so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, Might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw to the right side and complete to Hurst. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's second down. And that extra yardage makes this upcoming field goal attempt much more manageable.
Agreed, because when you talk to defensive coordinators, they always tell us the 35-yard line on our side of the field, that's the line we guard the most aggressively, because once they get there, they believe they're in field goal range.
So we come upon halftime, and it's the visiting Browns with the lead. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. This offense set to begin the third quarter. And, Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the first half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the lead, and they've got that here.
That's always the most important box to check, isn't it? But also, they've had some success in their passing game, so probably an empty box establishing the run. They're on pace for fewer than 100 yards in this one, so now they want to make sure that they get that going so they truly have a control in this ball game, and down the stretch, being able to be balanced, either throw it or run it, and try and win this ball game.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Off of play action, it's Watson. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Daxton Hill picks it off, and the Bengals are going to take possession of the football. That is a tough way to start the third quarter. You get the football, hoping to drive it down, put it in the end zone, and take the lead. Instead, they give them the football.
And I think the key here is for them to not get discouraged. That is not how they drew it up, not how they saw it in their minds. But there's a long way to go in this game. You know, they've just got to find a way to come back one play at a time. Yes, it's a cliche, but they can get it done.
The linebacker, Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah, on the tackle.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle, feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1?
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. And they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down. Now a carry for Pirine. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
That's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
Here we go. Here we go. Right 80. Right side.
They'll try and run with Mixon. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th. Just enough push up front. He only needed about 6 inches. He didn't get a whole lot more than that.
No, but he made sure he got enough so they didn't have to worry about measuring it or making it even close. Ends up picking up a couple of yards in a situation, as you noted, where he only needed inches.
And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. They go play action with Burrow. Flush to his right. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Burrow on his toes that time as they get the first down.
Give him a little extra credit there. His head was cool as the play broke down. Didn't force a throw, and in the end, got to show off his athleticism with a nice gain to bring up a new set of downs.
And now they will throw it with Burrow. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
They certainly had success throughout this contest getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Mixing up the middle. And he'll take this one inside the 10 down to the 8. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Once again, they run with Mixon. 43 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice, steady gain.
Here we go. Get in the huddle.
They'll go to Perine, trying to pound it in. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
Definitely not how you want to start things on first down, and you don't want to panic. A field goal could get you closer, but you have to think to yourself, we even get another shot. At this point, to me, the thinking has to be touchdown or bust.
So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal. They give it off here to the tight end. And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. And give him 2 yards officially, and now it'll be 3rd and goal.
You got to be ready for anything when you play defense against this head coach. That is not something you'd expect to see here in the red zone, but it winds up getting him a few yards.
How about this Browns defense they've held so far? This is now 3rd and goal. Mixon trying to punch it in. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Joe Mixon punching it in from a yard away. And the Bengals have taken the lead here in this 3rd quarter. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And it's now 17-14. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Browns drive about to get started. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And then finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you've got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Now a first down throw, Watson. Swings this out for Hunt. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there, because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay gain.
They go with Chubb on second down and able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Watson now to throw. Got a man, it's Schwartz, complete. And he's out of bounds, but not before a big pickup that time on what's going to wind up being the final play of the third quarter. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Hunt will try going up the middle. Down he goes at the 10 with a solid pickup of 8.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Eight yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. Watson. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Bengals grab it. And he'll be brought down at his own 10-yard line. And they had it there so close to the goal line, a chance to take it across, claim the lead here. And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. The carry here for the big tight end. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Harrison Bryant, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Browns answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a fourth-quarter lead. Extra point by York is up and good. And that will make this a 4-point game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the fourth quarter. Deion Jones able to record his 5th sack of the season. He's in a groove right now. 2 sacks last week. Also got AFC Defensive Player of the Week for that effort. Another sack right there.
He just innately understands how to get to the quarterback. He's going to be blocked differently each and every time. He knows how to counter, how to adjust, and how to get home, as they like to say.
Throwing on second and long. Burrow. A throw for Boyd, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Browns defense has a touchdown. Oh, what a game this has turned out to be for him. Remember, CD, he had the turnover earlier, and now the pick six, that's the cherry on top.
You're absolutely right about that, partner. When you force a turnover on defense, you're the guy most excited about getting back out there and trying to force another one. How about him picking off that pass, setting his sights on the end zone? You know he wasn't going to be denied getting there either.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. We'll see if they can band back together after the pick six. It hurt badly, but still within striking distance. A two-score game with a good chunk of time on the clock. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll run it here with Pirine. And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the first down carry.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Here we go.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Here we go. Here we go.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Man open, that's Jamar Chase complete. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 33. A good pickup there, 26 yards. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Had a bit of a lane there, took advantage of it. Give them 7 there on the first down carry.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
3 yards remain for 2nd down. They'll send the big tight end in motion right. Throwing on 2nd and 3. Burrow. Over the middle, that's caught by Chase. But correct me if I'm wrong, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
Here we go, here we go.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Again, it's Mixon. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. And this offense on 3rd down today, they've hit 4 of 7. Here it's 3rd and 3. Now Burrow. And he is going to go down back at the 11-yard line. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. So on 4th down, off goes Burrow. On comes Evan McPherson for the Bengal field goal. McPherson's kick is good, and that'll make this an 8-point game. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. The field goal we just saw has us now at a one-score game, and on this side of the football, things are getting pretty tenuous, a little stressful.
Blood pressure up a little bit, you think?
I think up a lot of it.
Could you imagine taking the pulse right now? It might be like a jackhammer out there on that side of the ball. But here's what the deal is. I think what we've observed is a team that's been playing not to lose as opposed to playing to win. And they've got to get back to that. And that means opening things up again, being a little more free in what they're trying to get done on offense.
Running with Hunt here out of the shotgun. We've got a one-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. This is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Watson. He finds his man, complete. It's Grant. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets all the way down inside the 20-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run, and even 50 yards.
We know play callers can be very creative in this game today, but sometimes when they've got receivers with speed like this, they don't need to design incredibly complex calls. Sometimes it's just get the ball in his hands and let him do his thing. In a sense, less can become more, and it was right there.
Now the Bengals going to signal for their third and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. They run it again with Chubb. And he'll be out of bounds. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a first and goal. This defense, Charles, they have unraveled here in the fourth.
In a sense, it's like they're being pressed like in a basketball game, and they just can't get the ball over half court. I mean, no matter what.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb with career touchdown number 60. And the Browns are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this fourth quarter advantage. Extra point by York is up and good. And the lead is up to 15 now. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bengals drive about to get going. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them,
a leap, and he's got it. He got it. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now Burrow loses the football. And this is picked up by the Browns. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops.
Well, that drive wasn't a case of wanting to put points on the board. It was needing to, having to, and they didn't get it done.
Yeah, didn't get it done, and now you look at the situation and the point differential, 2 scores, pretty much game, set, man.
How about the takeaway, though, huh? How about those defensive guys?
Down to a knee goes Watson, and that should just about do it for this ball game.
Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right, just us against the world, and get it done, how happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something, and they did in this one. This was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And, Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it. They stood up with confidence, and made it happen for a victory.
So for the Browns, it's a 10th win on the year as they move to 10-3. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Baltimore Ravens. Meanwhile, for Cincinnati, it's going to all but eliminate them from the playoff picture as they fall to 5-8. And they'll try to get back on the beam next week as they'll head to Tampa to take on the Bucs. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.